What do you think about Caleb Brandaw so far?
Oh, he's done a great job. He's done a great job. We were excited when we drafted him. We knew the skill set that we had, and then what everybody had talked about that had worked with him at Tulane. Everybody gave raving reviews, just saying, "Hey, that's a guy you need in your locker room." Like he's not a good culture guy; he's an elite culture guy, and that's how he's been since he's been here. Tremendous worker. Done a lot of growing over these last couple of weeks, just kind of honing in on a new position. But he's done a tremendous job picking it up. I'm very excited that he's here with us. Excited. I think he's got a high ceiling. He's got great movement skills, great ball skills, and I'm excited to see what he does when training camp comes around. We put some pads on. But I'm excited. I'm glad he's here with us.
How much of a shift is it for him? I mean, he kind of played a lot of the slot in college.
Yeah.
And, I mean, almost more corner than maybe I guess true safety, right?
Yeah, I think there's always going to be a transition when you're jumping from college to this level, and then just moving to playing almost exclusively safety for us. There's definitely a transition, but I think he's done a great job handling it. He's done a great job being locked into the meeting rooms, learning it, taking good notes, knowing not just what he's doing, but really learning big picture what's going on around him, so that he can play faster, he can do a good job communicating, he can anticipate, and he can continue to make plays. I think he's done a great job.
Is that maybe the bigger shift when you're a corner? You're kind of can just worry about maybe your assignment as a safety. You got to know everybody's.
Yeah,
right?
I think at corner, whatever the position is, the more you know, the faster you're going to be able to go.
Yeah.
The more you know, the faster you go. But I think at corner, it's a lot easier just I can get locked in. Okay, this is my job. This is what I have to do. I'm good. At safety, you don't have a choice. Like, you can't live that way. You have to know what everybody else is doing around you, and usually you have to be the one communicating to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing around you. And so that there's always going to be an adjustment period, I guess, if you're moving anybody from corner to safety, is getting them in that mindset, that mold of, it's not just tunnel vision. This is what I'm doing. It's got to be broad, big picture. This is what everybody's doing and what's going on around me. And so he's learning, he's growing. I couldn't be more pleased with how he's been coming along and the intent that he's trying to learn all this with. And I'm excited because I think he's in a really good place right now.
Got to be helpful to have a guy with the cover skills like he has kind of in his pocket.
He's got great movement skills. He's got great ball skills, and we knew that just from watching his college tape. But yeah, since he stepped foot into our building, he's been as advertised, and I do think he's got a very high ceiling in this league.
What about Lane? How's he getting up to speed?
He's the same. He's eager, wants to learn, wants to grow, and there's still a transition from being in the system he was in the Navy to coming to us. We got a lot more words, a lot more schemes, a lot more techniques that he's got to learn. He's got to start matching words with coverages and formulating everything in his mind. I think he's done a tremendous job learning it. He's also done a tremendous job just continuing to grow and not just this is what I'm doing, but this is what I've got to communicate, this is what I've got to command when I'm on the field, so that everybody else can play fast around me. And so it's been a process, and he's done a great job attacking it every single day, and I think he's in a great spot as well.
He was a guy who got his hands on a ton of footballs when he was in college. I mean, turnovers, forcing fumbles. Is that something that translates? Where, I mean, I know the game's different, but does that, guys that are magnets, are they just magnets?
Yeah, I mean, over the course of my career, the guys that make plays in high school find a way to make plays in college, and the guys that make plays in college find a way to make plays at this level. But we always talk about communication leads to anticipation, and when you anticipate, you play fast. When you play fast, that's when the production comes. And so really it's getting to a point where I don't kind of know what I'm doing, but I'm fully convicted in exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what he's doing. I know what he's doing. And because I know it all that well, because I can communicate, now I'm playing faster, they're playing faster, we are playing faster, and now that production comes.
What about Antonio? I know he's going into year 3. He was kind of a different kind of skill set guy when he got here, where they wanted him as a big slot at one point. So because he had a particular skill set. What do you thought about him?
He's got a unique skill set just because of his size, his length. I think he's very athletic for how big he is. He moves well. He can play in space. I think he's got a lot of great physical traits. He in my mind, he's still learning the game. Like, he's a little bit different than some of the older guys that we have in the room, in the sense that he's still learning football. And I think he's done a great job since we've had him this spring of trying to not just learn his job, not just memorize what he's doing, but just learn football, learn what's going on around him, try to learn the big picture. And you've seen it over the course of this spring. As he's learned and as he's been growing, I think that's been able to reflect on the tape of him being able to make plays. So I do think he's got a unique skill set. I think he's got a high ceiling because of that skill set. And I see him continue to learn, continue to grow, and I think he'll be able to be productive this fall and help us out win a lot of games this year.
Seems like you got a bunch of guys in the safety room that have kind of different kind of skill sets. I don't know if you have two guys that even have the same skill set at all, really.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, that's what you want. Whatever your skill set is, if you can maximize that skill set, now it's on us as coaches to try to figure out where can we put you, where can we plug you in, what roles can we find for you that you'll help our defense. And I do think within our safety room, we've got guys that can do different things, which will help us come fall, being able to plug guys into different schemes, different packages, play different roles, and be able to utilize and maximize their skill sets.
What do you thought about Dewey? I mean, he's kind of been a glue guy here for a long time now.
Yeah. No, I like Dewey. I appreciate his story. I appreciate his journey. I appreciate that for being an undrafted guy, he's still here all these years later. I think that speaks a ton of who he is and how he operates. And I think that he's done a very good job. He's a really smart football player, understands football, knows football. And so new scheme, new words, new verbiage, he's been able to pick it up pretty quick. But when he's on the grass, you feel confident that he's going to know exactly what to do. He's going to be able to communicate, and that everybody else that's on the grass with him, they will be able to play faster because of how he operates and how well he communicates.
You feel like your guys are kind of getting to the point where they have the scheme down enough where they're taking control? It's like we were talking about earlier, safety's kind of got to have. You can see everything from back there. You can help line guys up.
No, that's right. That's right. That's the goal of this spring is we got to be able to get to a point where we don't just know what we're doing. We know everything that's going on around us, and we can be the quarterbacks of the back end back there. And you see a lot of these guys, whether they're guys that have been here or these young rookies that we just talked about. You can see guys making strides. You can see each day get a little more comfortable, and every day is a new day. Every challenge is a new challenge. Every mistake is a new mistake. But what I appreciate about these guys, it's important enough to them that whatever the mistakes are, they correct them, they fix them, and they make sure that those same mistakes don't show up again. So you've seen growth and you've seen progress over the course of these last few weeks. And I do think that we're in a good spot right now. We're not there yet, but we just got to continue to attack every day, continue to grow, continue to grind, and continue to just keep pressing with that mentality that we got to get better, and we'll end up where we want to be.